Hey friends, this is T again with another reaction video, and today we're going to be doing a reaction on Dear Hollywood Celebrities, Nobody Cares, from The Critical Drinker. Now I already did a video on Nerdrotic. He was also talking about this particular subject, and I definitely need to hear this guy's opinion about the whole situation because he is also informative and funny, okay? And definitely I'm going to be stopping it here and there to give my own commentary on the subject because I just don't want to just tape it and watch the whole thing and then say something. I want to go through bit by bit, okay? But I will leave the link down below. That way you'll be able to go to this video without interruption and be able to enjoy this man's funny take on what Hollywood's going through. Now, if you don't know what Hollywood going through right now, after the election, nobody really listened to them, man. You know, they were saying all this crap about Trump, how much he's going to destroy the world and everything else, right? But nobody cared, and they still voted for him, okay? A mass majority of them did, okay? So this guy won in a landslide, okay? And the power that he will have in this administration is unprecedented, okay? It's crazy. I think they're still fighting over the House though, but it's projected that the Republicans will get that. But either case, they thought, the liberals thought that, you know, bringing out all these Hollywood people and musicians and all this kind of stuff is definitely going to sway everybody in voting for Harris. That did not work. And I believe this is what he's going to touch on, which I'm really excited about. I love this guy. I love Nerdrotic. These guys are just amazing, okay? But I just want to also say this too. I think they want Hollywood to improve. I don't think they want to have to slam Hollywood. I think they do it to let them know, look, y'all need to course correct. We need to go back to the way things were, the way, you know, you can improve on some things, but go back to the way it was when all y'all did was music and movies and shows. And that's it. Just stick to that, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get into this reaction. But before we do, please like, subscribe, and share this video. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you know whenever we come out with new videos, okay? All right, let's get with it.
Now, it might have come to your attention that there was an election in America this week.
No way!
I know, right? If only someone had told us. Now, I'm not here to talk about the election itself because, believe it or not, I'm generally smart enough not to stick my nose into things that are none of my damn business. But do you know who isn't?
Hi, you guys. Hi, Avengers.
Hey, Scarlett.
That's right. Whenever there's a major political or social event going on, you can always count on the professional pretenders to find a way to make it all about them.
Yeah, I mentioned in a Nerdrotic video about this. I'm going to elaborate more. These Hollywood people, they're very vain. Very vain. You know, once they, because, you know, when they trying to get into Hollywood, you know, they you know, bartenders, you know, they're cabbies and all this kind of stuff, right? They don't put themselves as highly intelligent people, right? They want to be around these people thinking these people are highly intelligent, but actually, you know, they just want the money because once they feel like they get the money and then people kissing their butt, then all of a sudden they can portray themselves as really highly intelligent folks, which they are not. Because when you really interview them, I mean real interviews that when they're not kissing people's tail, you realize how ignorant these people are. You really realize that. And I think the American people start to realize that. And I don't think they like that. Because this is going to be a problem with for them in Hollywood and for elections in the future. Because people are seeing through all this kind of stuff. I mean, I saw another YouTuber talking about, I think it was Myron from Fresh and Fit, talking about the celebrity thing is over. People are more interested in YouTubers and podcasters because when you talk to them, they usually talk about subjects that they know about, that, you know, they have a clear understanding about it. Hollywood people just say whatever they want, hoping people just believe it and then just, you know, follow them or whatever. And there are people that's out there that's not interested in the truth. They're just not. They just want to see their celebrities and hear about their personal lives and get a little bit of their opinion so they can keep following these people. Even though these people, you know, their lives are pretty much terrible when you look behind the scenes. Even when you see them making all kind of bad choices, people tend to still follow and support them, okay? but they're not highly intelligent. I don't care if they went to Harvard or whatever situation is. You can be book smart, and when it comes to common sense, you can be really stupid. My father used to say that, okay? You know, so a lot of these celebrities think because they went to college or because they sending their kids to college or whatever, all of a sudden they feel like they can just weigh in on anything. But that's just not the case. Not anymore.
Because truly, who better to guide the common working man on which candidate best represents their interest than a group of elite multimillionaires living in a gold-plated echo chamber whose entire careers consist of saying words written by someone else? The list of actors and celebrities that are apparently going to leave America because the election didn't go the way they wanted is...
I heard about that list too, right? I don't know if I mentioned it in the other video, but I did hear about that list. Now, I also mentioned a lot of these people they're successful in Hollywood, they got a lot of money, they already have houses overseas. If anything, they probably gonna go overseas for a little while, you know, pretending like they meant what they said, but they'll be right back here because they want to keep working in Hollywood as it exists, but no, that's even falling. What was it? America Ferrera talking about she gonna take her family and move somewhere else. I think it was Portugal. I can't exactly remember, but you know, making that promise she gonna get out of here and stuff like that. But she gonna still work in America though, because that's where her job is. So they coming back, okay? They just recovering right now for what happened because that's a blow. That's a big blow when you start to realize nobody cared what you think. Okay, they really, really, really believe that people actually care, and like I say, I'm sure a few people did, but not the big majority that voted for Trump do, and that's a heartbreaking thing. Even though it's crazy, a lot of these people, like let me use Disney as an example, they love to attack the fans all the time. They don't want to hear what they got to say, but for some reason, they still think the fans are going to come in and still pay for their movies. It's crazy the way they think. They dog men out, but yet they still expect the men to vote for them. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. I don't know who's directing these people to do that. And they'll come out calling people sexist and misogynist and all this other crazy stuff. But then at the same time, they expect you to pay for their movies, expect you to vote the way they want you to vote. It's crazy. And they think guilt and all this kind of stuff is going to make people do it. But people are way past it, especially now that they're becoming podcasters and content creators. And they got people like Joe Rogan that they like to follow and things of that sort. Now it's just not pressing like that. And I think that's what Kathleen Kennedy thought when she wanted to do anything she wanted to do with Star Wars. But people are like, you know what? Don't make any more Star Wars. We don't care. We used to care. We used to be heartbroken. But now we just don't care. And I think this is really taking them by surprise. I really do.
It's longer than my criminal record for public intoxication. But like, what kind of threat is that even supposed to be?
Oh, that gotta hurt the most. Because I think Harris expected, you know, a Taylor Swift endorsement was going to take her over the top. And it did nothing. It did nothing. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think she really didn't want to get involved because she's still friends with the Mahomes, even though the Mahomes family put out there they support Trump. You know what I mean? I don't know where her boyfriend Kelsey supports, but I got a feeling he probably is Republican. You know what I'm saying? I think she really probably didn't want to get involved. And I think in the future they won't, especially after this election. But I honestly think she didn't want to get involved. That's just my opinion. I think she just wanted to go ahead and just live her life and do her thing. Because she made tons and tons of money with her tours. Tons. And me personally, if I made a whole bunch of money and I wanted to take off and enjoy my life, that's exactly what I do. Don't drag me into politics. Don't drag me into the stuff. But they get on her about all kind of stuff. About what's going on with the Israel-Gaza war. They get on her for not saying anything. They get on her, you know, about Kamala. So eventually she reluctantly endorsed her. But like I said, it didn't do any good. None.
Why do you think anyone even cares where you live? Do you really think there's people out there that are deeply invested in keeping you in the same zip codes? Like, if you threaten to never appear in any movies or show your face in public ever again, I guess that might be something a bit more meaningful, but then that would actually mean putting your career on the line. No more big paychecks, no more private jets, no more awards ceremonies where you sniff each other's farts and talk about how good it smells. And we all know you'd never do that, because if you don't have fame and attention anymore, what do you really have left to keep you going?
Yeah, because it's like their whole life is this. Their whole life is this. You know what I mean? They don't like any attention going anywhere else but to them. They hate that. They want to be idols. They love that because somebody else was making a point. I can't remember. I think it was Magnus. He was making a point about Hollywood people because he's an actor, which I keep forgetting that he's an actor. I never seen him in anything, but he says he's an actor. But he said people should be examined before they become stars because a lot of them got like mental issues and probably went through a lot of trauma and have a lot of self-esteem issues. So a lot of these people just flock to Hollywood. You can just tell by the people that just went crazy after Trump got elected. I'm talking about the first time and this time, man. They just freak out. But these are the people that want to go to Hollywood. And you should be examined, right? You can be artistic, but not crazy at the same time. You could do it. But a lot of these people, they really have self-esteem issues. And when they get to Hollywood, they become seriously vain. And they don't want any attention to go to anybody else. You got to constantly praise them because that's what they live for. That's why they love it so much. And that's not a reason to love being an actor. It should be you want to entertain people. You want to show your talents and watch people just glee with joy to see your work. That's the reason why you should act, not because you just need that attention. And unfortunately, a lot of these people need attention to the point that they think that just saying a few words is going to get you to do whatever they want. You know what I mean? Vote the way they want. It just don't work that way. No, not anymore, anyway.
And now that it actually is all over, I wonder how many of those people are actually going to go through with it anyway. Probably about the same number who left the country 8 years ago when the same exact thing happens.
Gay!
Damn, man, they even managed to bribe... persuade the Avengers cast to do a totally authentic Zoom call where they gushed about how much they loved Chosen Candidate.
Hi, you guys. Hi, Avengers.
Hey.
Oh, that was so cringeworthy, man. I mentioned that in the other video too, man. That was so cringeworthy. I mean, I think if anything, it's more heartbroken to see Robert Downey Jr. be involved in this. He's more on the lines of being in the middle. You know, he's almost like, I mean, they liberals, don't get me wrong. I'm not deceived by that. But he don't go online usually and talk crazy. You know what I mean? It's usually Mark be doing that kind of stuff, right? But generally speaking, most of them, they'll let you know they liberals, but they don't go online saying insane stuff. But you can tell they dragged these people out, man. They dragged them out because they knew she was going to lose and they needed anything they could, man, just to get her up there. I guess at that point, they didn't want her to lose too badly because if she didn't lose too badly, that means that if it was a close race, that means they persuaded so many people to believe they crap that maybe next time they can win. But because Trump had a landslide, okay? Now, that got to be a serious blow to their egos, man. A serious blow. They're not as important as they thought they were.
Scarlet.
Jumping on the call.
Whoa. I think you mean assembling. I said assembling. Don, that's pretty good. No, they thought it was funny.
No.
Oh my goodness, this is almost as authentic as Brie Larson's YouTube channel. Everything
She
from
got a
the empty
YouTube
threats to
channel.
leave...
Okay, let's go back to Brie Larson just a second. That's a beautiful woman, man. I ain't gonna lie. She is attractive. She is. She just seriously annoying. Seriously annoying. She get blessed with beauty and she still act like a victim. You know what I'm saying? I was telling this girl, I went to a bar yesterday and I was talking to the bartender. I told her that she had pretty privilege. Beautiful woman. Beautiful. But she always complaining about the fact that she going through all this stuff. This is poor choices. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Because if you use your beauty in the right way, man, you probably be famous or whatever, right? Have a lot of money, you know. But they don't. They make these really crappy choices, man. And they squander their beauty on stupid stuff. Because this woman couldn't keep her mouth freaking shut. She couldn't keep her mouth shut. But, you know, slowly but surely, she's starting to keep her mouth shut now. I guess right now she had to probably say something about the election because, you know, a lot of them feel like they had to. But I noticed in her latest movies, she's kind of like when they do an interview, she kind of don't talk the crazy talk she does anymore because she understands that people don't care. People don't care. So I think she's just going back, and this is my opinion, I think she's just going back to using her beauty again. But hopefully she'll keep her mouth shut.
Larson's YouTube channel. Everything from the empty threats to leave the country to the half-hearted monotone endorsements where you could practically see the dump trucks full of money depositing their load in the background, to the endless Twitter posts ranting about how the Orange Man is going to blow up the world or something.
Okay, he mentioned this, and this is the reason why he's saying this. I read that even the Democrats are saying it. This woman, I'm talking about Harris, wasted $1 billion in what, 2 months? Billions of dollars, man. And what did she pay for? Instead of, talking about what she's going to do for the country, she decided to put out Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla, I guess that's her name, and all these people to go out there and twerk and do stupid dancing and Beyonce and all this. She honestly thought getting black people on board is get all these freaking celebrities. You know what I'm saying? To do that. She spent all that freaking money on that. I mean, from my understanding. I could be wrong. But, the way I saw her campaign, that's all I really saw is that. Getting Beyonce to talk and having Megan Thee Stallion dance and all this kind of stuff. It's crazy, man. Crazy. But that's why I keep on saying that these celebrities probably got paid because the woman had a lot of donuts, man. A lot of money. And all of a sudden, where did it go? Obviously, and I heard also they were paying off influencers too. Because it's like, it's this young man influencer would go on like Piers Morgan, whatever, and he wrong. He's saying all this crazy stuff. And deep down inside, he probably got paid for it. And it was coming out that they were getting paid. A lot of them was getting paid. Even one girl came out and said they offered her money because she had a popular channel or TikTok or whatever. And she turned it down. And not only she turned it down, she decided to go on TikTok and talk about it. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff, man.
It all just came across as so fake and hollow and out of touch. Just another performance by people who spend their whole lives pretending to be someone else.
And not a good performance. It's like they didn't even seem excited. I don't think that they were motivated by Kamala Harris. I think they just hated Trump. But they probably deep down inside wished it was somebody else. Somebody more inspiring. Because it was a lazy, it got to the point where they were waiting to the last minute. Even freaking Obama didn't want to endorse her until the last freaking minute. You know what I'm saying? It's like the endorsements and stuff like that just seem hot, like you said, hollow, man. They weren't motivated at all. I've seen in the past when liberals were really motivated, like Obama. They was really motivated, even though he ain't do crap, but they were really motivated by him. But nobody was motivated by Kamala. Nobody, including them. Even though they endorsed her, they weren't motivated by her. You can tell.
And when that's your job, when that's literally the only thing people know you for, it's kind of hard for them to take you seriously when you're trying to be all earnest and authentic.
Yeah.
And when I think about it, the whole concept of celebrity endorsements just seems so tired and dated now, like some weird relic from a different time, a time when people actually used to look up to actors and celebrities, like the simple fact of being famous somehow injects you with wisdom and knowledge far beyond mere mortals like our.
Yeah, I did too. I thought these people were intelligent back in the day. I used to had celebrity worship back in the day. I used to love a lot of celebrities. I really thought they were like that. And then you go behind the scenes and find out they're completely different. You know what I mean? They play in really intelligent people, really jaw-inspiring type people, but then you meet them and they talk crazy. And nothing came out until social media like it did. You really start to see what celebrities were. Because I feel like Hollywood felt threatened when a lot of people start becoming celebrities, being YouTubers and podcasters. They felt threatened. So they start talking all kind of crazy stuff after that. You know what I'm saying? So Myron was correct, man. People, I have to admit, man, I watch more videos on YouTube than I do movies. And I got 2 subscriptions right now. But I only watch that once in a while. Because once I watch something like, for example, I'm still watching The Penguin. I'm spacing it out. But once I'm done with that, man, I'm canceling HBO. And not unless they come out with something else I want to watch. Because I'm not paying for that. But YouTube, I'm not disappointed, man. Because I watch that mostly more than anything. So I think they really feeling threatened. Because not only can they get paid the kind of money they want, but they also want to push narratives. They want to be listened to. They want people to just hang on every word they have to say. But nobody cares.
Ourselves. Well, whatever bubble that once existed has well and truly burst now, because honestly, I think 2024 might go down in history as the year when people finally, completely, and totally stopped giving a shit what movie stars have to say about politics.
Yeah.
I mean, the writing's been on the wall for a while now. Social media gave us an unparalleled insight into the minds, and I'm using that term pretty loosely here, of our favourite icons of the big screen. But instead of making them more accessible and giving them a new platform to influence the masses, all it really did was lift the curtain on how dull, mundane, petty, and needy so many of them are.
Yeah.
Driven by a constant need for attention and validation, parroting the same predictable and safe talking points, or trying to shill the overpriced crap that they've decided to slap their name on. The more they tried to act like regular people, the more fake they ended up looking. The relevance and respect they command has been—
Now, that's interesting what he just said. That's profound what he just said about the fact that, you know, the more they try to act like regular people, the faker they look. Because they've been pretending for so long. I'm not just talking about on screen. I'm talking about when they go out in public. They still try to pretend like they something. You know what I mean? For example, I remember you see a lot of these Hollywood people like in jeans and t-shirts, and they look like regular folk. But then you find out these t-shirts like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, man. Far more than regular t-shirts you and I wear, okay? Their clothes still expensive as crap. But they trying to portray themselves as deep thinkers and all this other stuff, right? But the more that they deal with the public, the more they look stupid and they say stupid things. So, I mean, that was a great point he just made. I like that big time.
Been declining for years now, and it's been reflected in the creator and viewing figures for all their big awards shows, which had gradually devolved into political soapboxes that nobody was interested in listening to.
Yeah.
Things only got worse during the unspecified virus of unknown origin, where celebrities had never looked more preachy, arrogant, and out of touch with reality. Yeah, sure, you guys sit in your $20 million mansions in Beverly.
I just want to make a point here. Gal Gadot. She was on board with all that crap. She was. She followed Hollywood and did everything Hollywood told her to do. She came out and started supporting a lot of that crap until they started attacking her about Israel and Gaza, because she's Israeli. So I bet you $1 million right now she ain't loving that crap anymore. I don't see her out there doing all kind of crap no more. Because they'll turn on you real fast. Real fast. You know, I told this liberal guy, I say, look, part of the reason why I don't want to be a liberal, I mean, other than my beliefs, of course, part of the reason why, because I notice if you step out of line, they will turn on you viciously. And that's exactly what they did to her, man. Even though some of the stuff she decided to support, I'm not even sure if it was real, but even when she decided to go out there and support this crap, they still turned on her. It didn't matter. And you would think they would learn from this stuff, man, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't.
Arrogant and out of touch with reality. Yeah, sure, you guys sit in your $20 million mansions in Beverly Hills with private gyms, hot tubs, and acres of land to walk around, and tell the rest of us why we have to stay indoors in one.
I hate that look. I'm saying something profound right now. Saying something profound right now. Look at me. I'm intelligent. I did a movie. I'm smart. Look at me. I mean, it's just the arrogance, man. It's just,
Bedroom apartments because we're all in this together.
Shite. Oh, yes. That's shite.
Yeah, you guys must have been crying into your champagne while all this was going on. I honestly don't know how you made it through. But holy shit, I think this is the year when any shred of cultural influence they had just went right out the window, and I think they know it. There was like...
Yeah, it was slipping. They knew it. That's why they were panicking. That's why they wanted to get her back in office that way. And I don't even think they even care, because most of them aren't affected by this. They're not affected. They got money. They're not affected by it. They don't care about gas and other kind of stuff, man. They don't care about stuff like that, right? Food, they took it care of. They don't care about it. They just wanted to keep their positions in the hierarchy, okay? They just want people to go back to worshiping them again. I remember watching one of these movies about gods, okay? And I noticed a thing with that. When they start to lose people's support, all of a sudden they start to panic, and then they start to punish the people. You know what I mean? I'm sure you watched a few of these movies, right? And when I say gods, I'm not talking about God like Jesus Christ God, okay? The real God. I'm talking about like Zeus or somebody like that, okay? They always make these things whenever they start to lose the worship, because that's what made them survive, you know, to continue to exist, is to have worship, okay? And when they start to lose the worship, they get angry and pathetic. So they decide to attack humans, okay, to get them back on board. And I think these people do the same thing. You know, they want to continue to be worshipped. The money, you know, they got the money. That's not even a big deal anymore to them. They like the worship. They like people hanging on every word they say. And if they don't, then we're going to pass laws that going to make you suffer. We're going to make you suffer. Okay? You know, you ain't worshiping us, we're going to make you suffer. You think they ain't heated right now over this Trump win? You think they ain't heated over this? They going to try to figure out a way to make it hell for Trump during the 4 years. And then at the end of that, hopefully not, they won't get anybody in there again. But if they do, they're going to make you suffer for it. Especially like black men, for example, right? Because black men didn't do what they were told to do. So they're going to make us suffer for that if they get in again. Trust me on that, okay? And it's not about whether I support people that are conservative or people that are liberals. There are normal acting liberals out there. Don't want crazy. They just want certain things. You might agree or disagree with them about it, but they just want normal stuff. I'm talking about these extreme people. These extreme people, like these actors, for example. They hate the fact of you disagreeing with them. They hate it. It's crazy.
24 hours of complete radio silence after the election. I mean, even Mark Hamill couldn't think of anything to say, and normally you can't get that guy to shut the fuck up about.
Yeah, he a perfect example. Fans is what made this guy famous. Even after Luke Skywalker was over, he was out there doing voices like for the Joker. I think he did some books. He came to Comic-Con and all that kind of stuff. And all his fans supported this man. This man made a living off his fans because he did Luke Skywalker. And what did he do as soon as he got the chance? He insulted them with crazy talk. He thought he had it in the bag, like Kathleen Kennedy, that he could sing and do anything he wanted to, and fans still were going to worship him. I mean, there are still people out there that worship these people, man. They still out there. Even though they know they're destroying everything, they still worshiping these people, making bad decisions, even in their own personal lives, and still making excuses for them. And I think he thought Star Wars fans was going to do that. No matter what he said, they was going to just hang on every word he said. But they telling them, nah, man, I don't care if you're Luke Skywalker. We don't care about that. You can keep your political things to yourself. But, you know, he still can't shut up. And he's talking crazy still.
I mean, even Mark Hamill couldn't think of anything to say, and normally you can't get that guy to shut the fuck up about politics. It was like the whole celebrity ecosystem had just taken a giant slap to the face and simply couldn't come to terms with it. Well, that is why I'm here to help. Now, this is going to be a bitter pill to swallow, Hollywood people, but just like Tatiana, swallow you must. And not to worry, because Dr. Drinker is here to administer your medicine. The cold hard truth here is that nobody gives a fuck about your political opinions anymore. You are some of the least qualified people in the world to be lecturing normal people on how to think and vote. Because you're not normal people. You don't work normal jobs. You don't live normal lives. You exist in a nice, comfortable bubble that protects and insulates you from reality. Well,
you know what? That's the same thing what CNN and MSNBC and all them going through right now. You know, they were getting paid millions, okay? And now that whoever's controlling them starting to realize that nobody really listening to them anymore. Matter of fact, they ruined their reputation. Now they're starting to lay a lot of them jokers off, man. They really doing. These people are sweating bullets right now, especially now that Trump won. Because all the rhetoric and all the crap they were saying, they still couldn't keep that man from being president. They still do. And you know, right now, they probably evaluating a lot of this stuff now. These people did it to themselves. They did it to themselves. I can at least say about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is he saw the writing on the wall. I mean, he probably still believing that liberal crap. Who knows, right? I'm just saying he was smart enough not to endorse this woman. He was smart to just say, I ain't got nothing to do with it. They probably going to end up coming after him at some point. But either way, he ain't want to be involved. So he probably still going to have some type of career. And people still going to buy his crap. But I'm just saying, man, it's like a lot of people put their stuff out there and they got a reality check.
Or you're surrounded by other people just like yourselves. And the thing is, we don't actually hate you for that. There's nothing wrong with being rich and successful if you've earned it. And part of being rich and successful is that you end up getting a bit detached from the mundane reality of daily life. Again, we understand. And let's be honest, it's kind of fucking cool to be an actor. You guys get to do stuff and go places that most of us could never dream of. And we're happy to cheer and boo the characters that you play. We're happy to be captivated by the performances you deliver. We're happy to listen to you talk about your craft and share stories and insights into what it's like making movies. But what we're not prepared to do anymore is be lectured by you, or told what causes we're supposed to support by you, or how to think and vote by you. This next bit is going to take a bit of humility and self-reflection, which I realise are two qualities you're not exactly hot on, but it's time to shut the fuck up about this stuff. It's none of your business, it's not your area of expertise, and it never was.
You know what? The sad part is I don't think they're going to learn anything. Right now, they're already blaming other people, man, for the mistakes they made. What, they blaming Biden right now over this? I don't think it's Biden's fault, personally. I really don't think so. You know what I'm saying? They ran a terrible campaign with a terrible candidate. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. Instead of accepting that reality, they want to just blame everybody. They want to blame Biden. They want to blame the black man. They want to blame Hispanics. They want to blame, climate change. Who knows, man? But they won't blame themselves. They won't self-check the mistakes they made doing all of this. Okay? They were so greedy. They saw the gold, they saw the rainbow or whatever you want to call it, man. The gold pot or whatever. They saw that and they thought they had it. They wanted that brass ring, man. And they thought they had it. But it slipped right through their fingers, man. They like Gollum from the Ring of the Lord of the Rings, man, trilogy. Gollum, man, all he ever wanted was that damn ring. And they just like that. You know what I mean? They saw the ring. They wanted it. They didn't care who dies. They don't care who life is ruined. They don't care the relationship they destroy. They don't care anything, man. They just wanted that damn ring. They did. And now, just like Gollum, man, they fell in the pit. But he was happy. He still had that ring. Yeah, man, it's terrible. It's terrible, 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 terrible. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't think they learned a thing, man, unfortunately. Maybe a few people's eyes will open, hopefully, right? I'm hoping. But like I said, this video, in my opinion, or my opinions about this, isn't about the fact that we hate or love or whatever liberals or anything like that. We disagree. But they was taking it too far, to the point they was going to put that woman in office. I'm sure years later, maybe down the line, they're going to think about it and like, you know what, maybe she wasn't a strong candidate. I have a feeling a lot of these Hollywood people already knew this, but they were desperate because they hated Trump.
Learn that lesson and you might just get back the respect and attention that you want. Learn it not, and well, you might just find out how fickle a mistress fame really is.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Yeah, this guy's great, man. Him and Nerd Roddick, man. And like I say, man, they telling the truth. They want Hollywood to change. They wanted to go back to entertaining us again. That's all they want, man. They want to go. I think they movie lovers, just like I am. We just want to hear good music and see good performances, man. We don't want to hear your political opinions. You making these soft, crazy videos and stuff, just cringeworthy, like this one right here, right? As soon as this stuff pops up, man, on my feed or whatever, man, I just tune it out, man. I just turn it, go to something else. I don't want to hear this crap. They're trying to make everything seem deep and all this other stuff, man. It just didn't work. And now we know it didn't work for a vast amount of people. Yeah, Hollywood, I don't know if y'all watch our videos or what have you, but try to learn from this, man. Try to learn from this, because this crap don't work. Jeff Bezos started to realize, man, he need to save his newspaper. He spent a lot of money on that crap, okay? And they were just trying to destroy it with a propaganda, man. So he's starting to like, okay, I'm seeing the forest for the trees now. I need to fix this problem. Now, hopefully a lot of these social media people will start to understand that too. And hopefully Hollywood will start understanding this as well. Somehow I get the feeling they won't, but you know, it is what it is. You can dream, right? We all can dream. All right. I really appreciate all of you coming by. Thanks again. This is T and Peace.